Better problems mean a better life. There is something my stepfather used to say. You can tell people, show people how to do anything and everything, but until they experience it themselves, they don't actually learn. He was talking about children. They have to experience their own thing. But the truth is, that doesn't stop at childhood. It carries forward through every stage of life because learning isn't intellectual, learning is experiential, and life is the classroom. Welcome. Experience is the teacher. You can read every book, watch every video, listen to every teacher, but knowledge doesn't become wisdom until it moves through the body. Children learn by touching the stove. Adults learn by touching life. Heartbreak, failure, responsibility, pressure. Not because life is cruel, but because experience locks learning. This is why no amount of advice can replace lived moments, and why no one can walk your path for you. I always say the advice you give is the advice you need to take. Problems are not the enemy. The, the one without a problem is 6 feet under. That one sticks because life doesn't remove problems, it upgrades them. Life is a constant array of challenges, and we repeat the same problems until we decide to solve them. Different relationship, same problem. Different job, same stress. Different environment, same inner conflict. Everywhere you go, there you are. Until something in us changes. And when it does, we don't get a problem free life. We graduate. Better problems, better life. Better life, better problems. Here's the part most people miss. The higher the quality of the problem, the higher the quality of life. A beginner worries about survival. A master worries about responsibility. A child worries about approval. A leader worries about impact. Problems don't mean you're failing. They mean you're alive, growing, and trusted with more. Life doesn't punish growth. It responds to it. Problems are features, not flaws. A problem is not something to be dreaded. A problem is a feature of life. Just like a notification on your phone isn't an attack, it's simply something asking for attention. A problem is nothing more than that, something that needs attention. And the moment you give it proper attention, it stops being a problem. It becomes a task, a lesson, a decision, an obstacle. When you have no money, you have money problems. When you have money, you have responsibility problems. The problems didn't disappear, they evolved, which means the goal isn't to eliminate problems. The goal is to increase the quality of what needs your attention. And once you solve a problem, it's no longer a problem because you have a system to solve it. So here's a simple real world example. I said it before. When you don't have money, the problem is survival. You worry about rent, food, bills. And when you have money, those problems don't vanish, they transform. Now the problem is stewardship, responsibility, decision making. How do I invest? Who do I trust? What truly matters? Money doesn't remove problems, it reveals the level you're playing on. And each level comes with problems that match the capacity you've grown into. So, parenting makes this undeniable. You can tell a child 100 times not to touch the stove, but learning doesn't lock in until experience does. That doesn't make the child wrong. It makes learning real. And the same thing happens with us as adults. Life lets us touch the stove until we finally understand the lesson, not as punishment, but as education. Here's some mantras you can tell yourself. A problem is simply life asking for my attention. I don't eliminate problems. I graduate to better ones. What needs my attention shapes who I become. Attention turns problems into progress. A problem only stays a problem when it is avoided. Attention resolves what fear prolongs. The deeper truth underneath all this is nothing enters your life by accident. Nothing shows up that you are not capable of facing, even if it doesn't feel that way at first. Life doesn't hand you random suffering. It hands you exactly what will shape you, not because it's easy, but because you are able. You can do it. And it's here for you to grow from, to reach your goals, to become your becoming. Solve it, figure it out, face it, become one with it. And because somewhere within you is the strength required to meet it. And sometimes the perfect thing at the perfect time by the perfect person is said to you. You find it, the answer, by just being open. Sometimes you say the perfect thing at the perfect time to the perfect person. And you realize that wasn't me being clever. That wasn't them being clever. That was life speaking to me or through me. The universe delivers what is needed through the channel it chooses. Sometimes you're the student. Sometimes you're the lesson. Sometimes you're the messenger. And the more you surrender to that, the more life flows through you instead of against you. So celebrate the chance to learn. Celebrate the problem, not because it's comfortable, but because it means you're still here, still growing, still becoming. What once felt like a problem was actually life asking for my attention and trusting me enough to give it. And life doesn't waste its lessons on those who aren't ready. Every problem I've ever faced wasn't there to stop me. It was there to raise me. Go in love and peace, my friends. Enjoy your day with wisdom and understanding.